This is Close Combat Gateway to Caen. You're watching episode 24 of the Allied campaign. Take a moment to support the channel by clicking the subscribe button, liking the video, and turning on notifications. We have another fight on our hands in Valtru. 2nd Northamptonshire Yeomanry are going to be fighting 26th Regiment 12th SS Panzer Grenadiers. We left this battlefield sort of in disarray, so let's see if we can clean up on this go. Blackadder Company is back, but we are missing Lord Flashheart. If you recall, his tank was tracked and stuck in the bocage, and it looks like they were not able to get that repaired for this fight. Enemy is bringing in a platoon of Panzer Grenadiers, and they've got 2 half-tracks to scout. We don't really have any infantry, so not a major concern that they're going to use that. With the patchy battlefield, I've kind of got everybody spread out looking in different directions. So on the southeast, Blackadder's looking down and kind of covering the scout car. Baldric is covering the north and that western approach. And then Lieutenant George is watching the center of the map to make sure nobody comes in and occupies those buildings. Melchett is watching the west-northwest area, and Kevin Darling is watching the south. We'll start repositioning, we'll figure out where the enemy is, and we'll try and clean up. But they really can come from, just about anywhere. Half-track sighted. Let's get Melchett over here. They're directly behind Kevin Darling. Oh, we got a hit. Kevin Darling move around this tree. And then I think let's take the scout car and we'll go over here. I'm banking on being able to drop this half track before the scout car gets there. Okay. Melchett might be able to help. Yeah. Nope. That's a big miss. Alright. Blackadder, maybe move down here. Boom, okay. Both half tracks are down. We got mortars available. We got a new contact. They're right here in the field. And then I think Baldric can come on out. And we'll go over here into the open field to the west. We'll start sweeping over there. I think Lieutenant George is kind of safe to do the same. We have mortars available now as well. And I can't just drive into that field in the south. So we'll try and get these areas covered. But I wonder if the mortars and such are going to be essential to clear out some of these pockets. Another contact. So if we drop mortars there. You know what? We could do the artillery as well. There have been a few teams that show up down here. Good hits, good hits. Okay, that was the right call. We're still getting hits. There are a lot of them. This must be where they're all concentrated.
In position.
Good hits.
Redeployed.
So many dead. Blackadder, move down just a little bit. Alright, we got a traffic jam there. Boom! So many! I like that choice. Uh-oh, contact close.
Enemies offered a ceasefire.
Can we kill them? So I don't want to give them a ceasefire because we have the advantage right now, even though we don't have infantry to maneuver. And I don't want to give them the opportunity to fix their mistake and bring a Panzer battle group up in here. Alright, let's move back and get a little bit better angle. I think we just creep up here slow. you go west, and then up here. I don't know that it's clear up there, but we are going to scout it, and that's kind of our best bet is to just send them up there. All right, there's the infantry. Let's see if we can drop them.
In position.
Melch it. I don't know. We can go over here because they are moving to the north and maybe
Area
like
secured.
block that off.
In position.
Okay, that one's taken. Let's get away from there and I don't know. We'll set up shop right here for a moment. All right, that's one squad. They're just separated. See if we can get the runners though in the south. Come around here. Too many targets to shoot. All right, we actually got the southern squad, so let's see if we can deal with this one that's all split right here. I like this though. They've got the whole mounted machine gun pointing at the crawlers, and then the turret can look over to the side and get the guys that are stuck. And they surrendered. All of them surrendered, I guess.
Sir, enemies offered a ceasefire.
Okay, what do we got? Baldric, let's just keep creeping up here. We're going to go towards the flag, but we don't want to just get in there. This situation, dude, just get out of there. All right, or keep turning. Just go north. Get away from the scout truck. And then we've arrived down here. There's not anything that I'm super concerned with over here unless we start losing a flag. But so I don't really feel the need to clear that. I kind of feel like we go around and just make sure nobody from the bottom is moving west. And then we did get these vehicles separated. So let's go Melch it just straight west. And then, I don't know, we'll keep the same plan over here and look south. But just get away from the car. I saw those guys walking at me and it gave me a little bit of a panic. All right, let's go up and around. And we'll get ready to sweep down through that field that we can't see into. And we'll just drive south. You almost got a spot, dude. You gonna make it? Yes. Okay. So I kind of spaced it out. I didn't rename this scout car because Bob has died every fight. I don't know if this guy's worthy of Bob. There we go. That's much better. I mean, Bob's been kind of a bot and getting shot every single time, so maybe this should have been Bob. Just like sit there and spin in circles in the middle of the intersection.
Redeployed.
All right, keep moving up over here.
Sir, enemies offered a ceasefire.
All right. Oh, we see something.
In position.
What about Lieutenant George? Oh, guy running. Let's get that instead. Maybe. Yep, hit. Okay.
Redeployed.
We can't see down there. All right, Kevin Darling doesn't see anything down here, so we're going to go ahead and check this, and then we're going to try and peek over the wall. All right, we're going to make this last move and take the flag. We're about to get this
Area
flag.
secured.
And the scout car slash Bob
Area
2.0
secured.
did not die, so I'm guessing they're not up here. I definitely feel like they would have opened up on him.
In position.
Let's bring Bob back down here. And then, I don't know, right there at that four-way intersection. I kind of need to use Bob a little bit to bait the enemy in order to figure out if we're close or, you know, whatever, and find a target to shoot at.
In position.
Let's see. Blackadder, start going across there. Actually, you know what? Let's sneak. We're not in a huge rush. Let's
Redeployed.
see if sneak is better than move and not get stuck. We'll do the same over here. Let's peek the wall. Make sure it's safe. Alright, everything's going okay.
In position.
Alright, same sort of thing. We can see, so like, I want to believe this corner's okay. We're going to just move across.
Sir, enemies offered a ceasefire.
And up here, we're struggling to drive straight, but we are moving.
Redeployed.
Okay. Oh, it's Blackadder. He made it across there decently quick compared to what I expected. Alright, slow and steady. Push down through there. I'm kind of wondering now, instead of going up there, they haven't gone up and taken that flag, which is what I thought we were going to have to deal with. So, we're not going to go over that far east. But let's get all these guys set. I'm kind of thinking that
Redeployed.
Bob is going to go east, like out in here somewhere, draw some fire, and then Lieutenant George can mop them up. I mean, at least that's the plan, but we'll see.
Forward observer reporting. Air support is available. Repeat, is available.
Okay, airstrike is available. You know, at this point, I really hope we wouldn't need to use the airstrike. That would be a very bad turn for us. So nothing down here that we can see, but they could definitely be in the orchard hiding amongst the trees. Same situation here, right? Like they could be in the trees and not see them. So we got to take this little by little. I'm kind of wondering, do we send Melchett up and around to... Hold on, we can go here. I was thinking, like, let's go do the same thing we're doing with Blackadder and sweep that east side.
Enemies offered a ceasefire.
But if they were that far north, I think they would have taken the flag. So we're going to try and cross down further. And then Lieutenant George. Maybe get to where you can see down that road a little better.
In position.
All right, Kevin, just keep creeping.
Redeployed.
Melchett, sneak across there. Blackadder, do your thing. It's just like one vehicle length at a time.
In position. In position.
Redeployed.
We're getting close to those bodies, so, you know, this is like probably where we start running into contact. And apparently he can't go further east. He's going to go around. Oh! Shoot here. Team's lot. Wow!
In position.
That is nuts. How? They instantly vaporized Bob. I thought he'd have like a second. Those are worse for scouting than infantry. Like, they're way more fragile. We can't support from down here. Alright, we might have to just cross onto the road and come up the road if we want to get in this fight. Baldric, you're kind of behind, so I don't know, I guess go east, go around Bob, and set up shop right there. I feel like things are going to start getting spicy now as we get closer to this corner. We definitely did not get all the units there.
Redeployed.
In position.
All right, let's maybe turn just a little bit, get onto the road.
In position.
My biggest concern right now is that they're on the east side of that dirt road and waiting for the tank to come. So I kind of want to get Blackadder down there to help support anybody in the trees. And then we got to point you down there so we can actually use all your weapons. Smoke. Uh-oh. That's pretty close to my tank. So there's a guy there. Who smoked that? Good kill. Panzer Grenadier is down.
Position.
Blackadder. I don't know.
In position.
What about like where could they be? Like if we get Blackadder down there, I don't know that they'll be able to see through the trees, but if there was an enemy that we knew about, they could probably help. Kevin Darling's going to be taking the risk and moving up just a little bit. And
Redeployed.
I kind of feel like Lieutenant George put some rounds down range. Oh, there's a guy on the road. There's two guys on the road. Oh, no, wait. That one might... Yeah, that guy's alive. Thought maybe he was dead, but he's not.
In position.
And I swear we got a hit where I told Lieutenant George to fire. Like, I swear there was a guy here.
Sir, enemy's offered a ceasefire. In position.
Alright, so we're too close to use the cannon on this guy, but as he moves away, maybe we have a better opportunity. Hopefully we can get line of sight before he makes it over the bocage and we lose it for good. Blackadder, keep moving down. And I do feel better now that he's dead. So, sneak across there, take the flag. That will wrap it up. The question is, like, who's remaining, right? Like, they got to be laying, like, right here on the road or in these bushes or something, because there's only so many places left that we haven't checked. Oh, on the road right there, 12 o'clock. Oh, that was it. It was that one guy hiding on the road. Total Allied victory. So, wonderful outcome after the Panther fight here. And we won because we destroyed the Axis force. So, that's more satisfying. They did kill 1 and wounded 1. That's poor Bob. We killed 11. We wounded 21. We took 4 prisoners and destroyed 2 half-tracks. So, far better results. Bob could have been avoided. I did try to bait them a little bit, and I don't know that it was necessary. So, Blackadder has 5 kills. Baldric has no kills. Melchett has 1 vehicle kill. And Kevin Darling has 2 infantry kills and a vehicle kill. Bob had a bad day. That's just normal. And Lieutenant George had 4 infantry kills. So, wiped out, wiped out, wiped out, wiped out, wiped out, wiped out, wiped out. Why don't they have any kills? 1 survivor, 1 survivor. They didn't have any kills, but they killed one of our guys. What happened? They definitely killed 1 and wounded 1 in Bob's recon car. So, why didn't they get credit for that? If you know, give me a heads up. I'm not understanding it. Anyway, we have another map secure. And we're going to be moving on to bigger and better things. I hope you enjoyed the fight. Please support the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.